This is a quick overview of how to do the Formula Masses quiz. I thought I'd make this before I leave here on Thursday before President's Day. The idea is that you would write the formula for the chemical that I made up here and then find its mass. So let's just do one that's actually on the quiz. We'll do cal sulfate. So we would do cal sulfate, go back over here and find cal. Cal is right here. So see, cal is CW, and it has a +4 charge on it. So I'll go ahead and write it on here. So cal is CW, and it had a +4 charge on it. And sulfate was the other part of that name, cal sulfate. See it right there. So to find sulfate, you have to go to the real periodic table that I gave you. Look down at the bottom. Sulfate's right here. It's SO4 with a -2 charge. Once again, SO4 -2. So let's put that in. SO4. You don't have to write the charges in, but I'm doing it so that you can see what they are. All right, so if that's a 4 and that's a -2, I'm hoping that you would agree that we would have to have 2 2's to match a 4. So it's like saying, what do I multiply 2 by in order to get 4? So we would put parentheses. I guess we realized we'd have to multiply that by 2 because 2 times 2 equals 4. So I'm going to need 2 of the sulfates. Since that's a polyatomic ion, that has to go inside a parenthesis. And then you put the 2 outside of the parentheses. All right, so I'm taking the charges out. That was +4. That was -2. We need 2 2's to match the 4. So 2 times -2 equals -4, which matches to +4. Now we need to find the formula mass. And the way we do that is by looking at the mass of cal, and it's 73. So I would have 73. Again, where did I get that? The red number here, 73, is the mass. We're going to add to the 73 the mass of 2 sulfates. So to find the mass of 2 sulfates, you first want to find the mass of each individual element. So sulfate is made of sulfur and oxygen. So over here, sulfur is right here. It's got a mass of 32.07. So you would round that to 32, just as the nearest whole number. And oxygen is 16. So sulfate has both oxygen and sulfur. While I'm here and while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to caution you about this. Phosphorus, if you look at that, some people are going to say, well, it's 30, because it says right here 30. But it's 30.97. So if it's 30.9, you would round up to go to the nearest whole number. So that'd be 31. This would be 75. This would be 73. This would be 70. This would be 27. But this would be 12. And that would be 14. So if the number after the decimal is 5 or more, you round up. If it's less than 5, you leave it as it is. So be careful about that as you do these. All right, so going back to this, sulfur was 32. Remember 32 right there. Oxygen was 16. So we're going to have 32 plus 16. However, the 16 has a 4 after it. There are 4 oxygens, so I have to multiply the mass of the oxygen by 4. So multiply by 4. Then I'm going to close the parentheses. And whatever is inside the parentheses, like up here, this part here, that's 32 plus 16 times 4. That's inside. Whatever's there has to be multiplied by the number outside. So I'm going to multiply by 2. All right, so 32 plus 16 times 4, and then multiply that answer by 2. All right, so let's work again on this. So we're going to simplify a little bit. We have 73. Trying to get this cursor to go where I want it to go. So we'll say 73 plus 32, 16 times 4 is 64, so I'm going to say plus 64, and that will then be multiplied by 2. I'll do that in the next line. So now we have 73 plus 32 plus 64 is like 96. Oh, and that's going to be 96 times 2. Now remember, in math class you learned that order of operation states that multiplication gets done before addition and subtraction. So we have 96 times 2, which is 100 times 2 is 200, so, and that's 96 is 4 less than 100, so take away 4 twice, so 200 minus 8 is 192. So I'd have 73 plus 192. 73 plus 192 would be 200, let's see, 73 would be 70 and 2, so 190 and 70 is 260, and then 5 more, so it'll be 265. So that is our formula mass. So on the, when you get back to the quiz, you put in 265. And be sure you get everything right. No decimals, no spaces, only numbers. And that's what your answer will look like. So there was a free answer for you for those of you who took time to watch this little video.